AI can write code. Don't waste your future writing what AI can generate. Learn to think, review, debug, build, create systems. The future belongs to system architects.
Welcome to PlayOwnAi.
Goal. By the end of this lesson, you will understand 1. What Python syntax is. 2. Why Python uses indentation instead of curly braces. 3. How indentation defines code blocks. 4. Python syntax rules and best practices. 5. The difference between correct and incorrect indentation. 6. Common syntax and indentation errors. 7. How VSCode helps you write clean Python code. 8. Why clean code matters for AI development outcome. Write clean, readable Python code that forms the foundation for building AI chatbots, LM applications, AI agents, RAG systems, MakeP servers, intelligent automation. Python syntax means the rules of the language, how you write code, where you put spaces, what characters you can use, and how Python understands what you are trying to say. Just like English grammar tells us how to form a sentence, Python syntax tells us how to form a line of code. The good news is Python syntax is very clean and simple. In fact, that's one of the biggest reasons Python is popular. It's almost like writing English. Let me explain a few key rules. No curly braces or semicolon. In most programming languages, we use curly braces to define blocks of code and semicolons to end each line. Python doesn't use any of that. In Python, we don't need semicolons at the end of a line, and we don't use curly braces to group code. Instead, Python uses indentation to define code blocks. That's what makes Python code easy to read. So what is indentation? Indentation simply means adding spaces at the beginning of a line to show that it belongs to a group. Python uses indentation to group related lines of code together. This is not just for style. In Python, indentation is required. If you don't indent your code correctly, Python will show an error and won't run the program. Other languages allow messy code, but Python forces you to write clean and readable code. That's a good thing, especially as your program grows bigger. Now the question is, how many spaces should we use for indentation? In most cases, we use 4 spaces for one level of indentation. Some people use tabs, but Python officially recommends 4 spaces. Your IDE, like VSCode, will usually handle this for you automatically when you press the tab key. Just remember, consistency matters. Don't mix tabs and spaces. Python will throw an error if the indentation is inconsistent. So where do we use indentation? We use indentation whenever we create a code block. For example, inside an if statement for loop, a function definition, or a class. Don't worry if you don't know what these are yet. We'll cover them one by one in upcoming lectures. Today, I'll just show you a simple example using if just to demonstrate how indentation works. Now let's go to VSCode and try out some examples together. Go to Python project and create a new Python file. Name it as syntax demo. Now we'll write a short program and see how Python syntax and indentation actually look in real code. Let's start by typing name equals mountain. We've created a variable called name and stored the string Metin inside it. Simple syntax, no semicolon at the end. Now we'll write an if statement to check if the name is equal to Metin. Let's type if name equals Metin. Notice how we use a colon at the end of the line that tells Python, hey, a block of code is coming next. Now we press enter and indent the next line. Let's type print welcome back Matt. This line is indented with 4 spaces. Your IDE will usually handle this for you automatically when you press the tab key. Python now knows that this line belongs inside the if block. Let's run it. The output is welcome back Metin. Perfect. Now let's see what happens if we remove the indentation. We go back and delete the spaces in front of the print line. If we try to run it now, Python will throw an error. Why? Because it expects that anything inside the if block must be indented. This is what we mean when we say indentation is part of the syntax in Python. It's not optional, it's required. Let's add another block for practice. Let's type age equals 20. If age is greater than or equal to 18, print you are an adult. Here again, notice no semicolon colon at the end of the if indentation before the print line. This structure is what makes Python code so clean and easy to follow. The nested indentation example. If we add a second if statement inside that one, we must indent the next line even further, to 8 spaces, to show it is nested or dependent on both conditions being true. In Python, we use indentation levels to show which instructions belong together. First, we set our language to Python and version to 3 at the far left margin. When we start our first if statement, we indent the next line by 4 spaces to show it only runs if the language is Python. If we add a second if statement inside that one, we must indent the next line even further, to 8 spaces, to show it is nested or dependent on both conditions being true. If we add a third layer, we move to 12 spaces. Finally, when we want to end those blocks and return to the main program, we simply stop indenting and start our text back at the very beginning of the line. And again, we'll explore GVFL, statement sing, and other control structures in detail in the upcoming lessons. For now, focus on understanding Python's syntax and indentation rules. They're the foundation of every Python program you'll write. Python syntax is simple, clean, and easy to read. Unlike many other programming languages, it doesn't use semicolons or curly braces. Instead, Python uses indentation to define code blocks, and that indentation is not optional. As you continue this course, you'll use indentation when writing conditions, loops, functions, classes, and eventually real AI application. Whether you're building AI chatbots, LM applications, RAG systems, AI agents, or intelligent automation, clean and properly indented code is essential for writing reliable, maintainable software. Master these fundamentals now, and every AI project you build throughout this course will become easier to understand, debug, and scale. Support line? Get assist? Stuck anywhere or feeling overwhelmed? No worries. Check the links in the description or leave a comment below. I personally reply whenever I can. If you enjoyed this lesson, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Python, AI, and automation tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep building.